I'm showing the behind the scenes of the animal industry. This is free range, cage free, humane certified, local, etc., etc. So how do you feel when you see this?
Not very nice.
And you?
I don't think
You don't feel good? And you? All right. Do you feel hungry? Do you feel like eating animals when you're watching this? No? You don't feel like eating animals when you're watching this? Would you eat in a place like this?
No.
No. If it's not good enough for your eyes, how come it's good enough for your stomach?
Very true.
All right. All right, so everybody knows by now it's absolutely unnecessary, it is not necessary to eat animals and to eat their secretions. Secretions means eggs and dairy. Everybody knows this by now. Anyone denying this is not being honest. And the very few people that still don't know this, they don't want to know either, because when I give them the opportunity to find out, they don't want to know. So do you know that it's not necessary to eat animals? Yes or no? You know this or no? You don't know this. You think it's necessary?
I think it's part of the fine.
You need this. Do you think it's necessary?
I would say yes. I would say yes.
You think it's necessary? Okay. You think it's necessary to eat animals?
For a healthy lifestyle.
And you?
I'm too what for fine.
Right. Do you care enough to find out if it's necessary or not, or you don't care?
I'll put it plainly, I don't think we can.
Because I have a list of 50 very well-known organizations that clearly state that it's absolutely unnecessary. And not only that, it's bad for the health and for the environment. And if...
To have meat is bad for the health.
Yes, very bad so. Very, very bad for health and for the environment, because it's the main cause of environmental destruction. And obviously it's not necessary. So are you interested in knowing this, or you don't care? Because even if you didn't want to check the list, then how do you explain that many athletes and many bodybuilders, they don't go vegan because you only go vegan because of the animals. They just go plant-based because they want to perform better their athletic performance, right?
Yeah.
And because they want to be healthier. So it has nothing to do with animals. Many athletes and bodybuilders, they could not give three fucks about this, just like you maybe, but they do it for health reasons. So that explains it, right? And then you have 88 million vegans in the world. And then you have me. I'm not dead, right? So, 1 and 1 is 2, right? You don't have to be Einstein to understand this. But if you want the list, I have the list. Do you want to at least read something?
We don't want to waste your time. No, that's fine. We don't want to waste your time. We don't waste your time. We're just interested in...
Oh, you don't waste your time knowing if it's necessary or if it's not necessary to eat animals. That is a waste of time.
No, we don't want to waste your time in anything like this. We just curious as to what message you're sending.
The message is abusing animals is wrong and unnecessary. And I bet my life you're going to abuse animals after talking to me, because you don't care. You don't even want to know if it's necessary or not. The example, I told you I'm vegan, and obviously I'm not dead. You don't care about this. So even if I give you...
You have your views, we have our views.
Well, my views, my opinions are irrelevant. What is irrelevant is that you're causing this, and it's absolutely unnecessary. And it's bad for the environment, and it's also bad for your health, but that's secondary. And you don't give a shit finding out, and you don't want, the ultimate ignorance. I hope you agree with this. The ultimate ignorance is the rejection of something you know nothing about or little about, yet refuse to investigate. Do you agree? No, you don't want to, exactly, because you don't care. All right, so take the QR. It takes 1 second.
I'll go home and read it. We've got a flight to catch. There's many people in the UK that are in the same position as you who also do this in the United Kingdom.
No matter how evidence I can show you, you would still abuse animals no matter what. This is what I think. But what I think is irrelevant.
Thank you for your time.
All right, thank you.
I'll have a good read.
All right, thank you. Speak Spanish? French? Avec des gens qui soient honnêtes. Aussitôt je vois que les gens ils sont pas honnêtes, je laisse tomber. Vous êtes d'accord, non?
¿Qué estás haciendo?
Donas y está rico. Bueno, con todos lo que ponen ahí.
Dates.
Dutch. No, I don't speak Dutch.
Difficult.
Yeah. So how do you feel when you see this?
It's terrible.
Yes. You're paying for this, therefore you're responsible.
Amazing.
I'm showing the egg industry. I understand. I'm showing the egg industry, and I'm showing the dairy industry as well.
Yeah, no,
This is
but I find that I become vegetarian, but I didn't watch this because I find it very
But
difficult.
gradually, you will. You will.
Yeah.
are you vegan? Are you
Yeah,
vegan?
I am.
Are you vegan?
No, I'm vegetarian.
Yes, I
but
understand
it
this.
still makes me very upset watching it.
You've never watched
I
it.
never watched it. I just become vegetarian because
I understand. What do you think? What do you think of the animal abusers who decide to abuse some animals but not others? For instance, someone who abuses dogs
You know,
but
I
kills
can't
cats. Do you think it's crazy?
It's mad.
Do you think these people are,
These people are
psychopath?
ever
Psychopath?
Yeah,
Yes.
100%.
You think they are cold-blooded monsters
Yes, they have a problem in the brain.
and they are animal abusers, of course. Right. So, do you know what's behind the egg industry and what's behind the dairy industry? The cruelty involved in dairy.
You know, they go the chicks that they made.
Every
kill
male
them.
chicken's ground up alive.
They grind them alive, yes, or they suffocate them, or they burn them.
It's awful.
No, but it's not funny because you're paying this.
No, I'm not smiling for that.
Yes, you're paying for eggs and dairy.
No, I don't buy. I don't eat it.
Oh, you don't eat eggs? Oh, you don't eat dairy either.
I just have like coffee with milk.
Exactly. So, do you know what's wrong with dairy?
Of course.
You know that what the cows go through and what the calves go through, they suffer very much.
Of course.
So why you do it? Before you said it is no good to abuse some animals.
Because I for my coffee I need to have
You need it
yeah. For me it tastes better.
for the
I
taste.
think, Brad, you're
Civilized people require more than sensory pleasure to justify an action, right? If it wasn't so, then rapists would say, okay, it feels good to rape, so I can justify it because it feels good. So you're justifying calf abuse and cows abuse because it tastes good.
But I'm not even always milk in my coffee.
No, you don't put meat, but milk is meat, is abuse, is cruelty. So that's why I was asking you if you know exactly what the calves and the cows go through. Do you know?
I kind of know, yeah.
So if you know that it's wrong, and if you know that it's cruelty, why choosing to be cruel?
I don't think I do something wrong too. Because I'm not.
So raping cows is not cruelty?
I'm talking to the guy. I just don't understand.
The use is the abuse. I'm going to give you an example. In the sanctuaries where we keep animals saved, rescued from these places, a lot of people come to us and they ask us to give them chickens. And they say, we want chickens as pets. And so we offer them chickens. And they say, oh, but these chickens are too old, they don't lay eggs. And so we say, well, but you said you only want the chickens as pets. Oh, but I want them to lay eggs. So the only reason they want chickens is because of the eggs. So that's why the use is the abuse, right?
They said it's kind of the same thing. They're abusing animals.
So they rape bulls in order to extract the semen. And then they rape the cows, feasting them in the ass up until the shoulder. So you already know this, and you're paying for this.
I saw that.
You know this?
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
So why choosing to be cruel then?
I'm not cruel. I don't eat
Yes,
meat.
you're cruel because you're paying for this to happen.
I'm not eating meat.
No, you don't eat meat, but you consume dairy, and you're paying for this to happen.
But I'm not like a big consumer of dairy.
How do you justify abusing an animal once every 20 years?
It's not justified, but I'm not.
So why choosing to be cruel?
Okay, I need to go. I can't talk.
Yeah, all right.
No problem.
I'm showing images of slaughterhouses. And so this is the best of the best. This is free range, cage free, humane certified, organic, local, small farms, etc., etc. So every time you buy cheese and milk, dairy, etc., etc., you're paying for this. And so how do you feel when you see this?
bad.
You feel bad? Do you feel hungry when you see this? Would you eat? You feel like eating animals when you see this? And would you eat in a place like this, or you would prefer to eat in a restaurant? Because it's a very unpleasant place to eat, right? And so if it's not good enough for your eyes, how come it's good enough for your stomach? Because you say this is ugly, but you're eating this every single day, 3 times a day, 365 days a year. You're actually literally eating this, and you're paying for this to happen. So you're responsible 100%, right? So everybody knows by now it's absolutely unnecessary, it's not necessary to eat animals and to eat eggs and to eat dairy. Anyone denying this is not being honest. And the very few who still don't know that this is like this, they usually don't want to know. So do you know if it's necessary to eat animals, yes or no?
Well, I think it's necessary.
All right. Do you think it's
We can
necessary?
do it in other ways.
So no. But the question is, it is necessary, yes or no, to eat animals to survive and thrive?
No.
No. It is necessary to eat eggs and dairy to be healthy and thrive. No. Maybe.
Subconscious, I had to say yes.
No. It's not subconscious. The science say
Yes.
the science says it's necessary or not. The science.
The science say yes. No, it's necessary.
The science said it's necessary.
The medical.
Well,
we
doctors don't know nothing. They don't know anything about nutrition. And doctors are influenced by the animal industry.
I know that all is all.
Right.
We are,
Okay. Yeah. You don't have to be Einstein to know that 1 and 1 is 2. So if you have a huge amount of athletes who are not necessarily vegan, but they are plant-based, and they chose to to stop eating animals and to stop eating eggs and to increase their athletic performance, and they're not even vegan, they're just doing it for selfish reasons, that shows that it's not necessary, right? And you have plenty. You just Google vegan, plant-based athletes or vegan athletes. You have a huge amount. And if you want, I can give you a QR with all the complete list. And then you have 88 million vegans in the world. They're not dead, right? And they don't eat dairy and they don't eat eggs or any other animal
I'm gonna
products.
take that QR code
Yes, please.
and I'm gonna go. I was curious.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for doing what you do.
So, why are you going to abuse animals after talking to me? Because this is exactly what you're going to do. Why are you going to do it? Why choosing to be cruel? Why choosing to consciously and maliciously and willingly slice the throats of innocent, defenseless baby animals unnecessarily? Why choosing to be cruel? Why? When you can eat anything else. And if you're really interested, I work with other activists. They are cooks, and we offer free food on the street for 18 hours from time to time. And so you can get whatever you like for free. And so we ask people which is the vegan meat and which is the real meat. And people say this one is the real one and this one is the vegan one. And the trick is that both are vegan. We're doing this because people are really dishonest. If you give them an apple, they say the apple tastes good. But as soon as you say the apple is vegan, they say it doesn't taste good. And that's why we're doing this way. So then people can see that you can have the copies of everything, absolutely everything, with the same texture, with the same taste, and even with the same smell. So there's no
Or
justification.
even better.
So why choosing to be cruel? I don't understand this. And when you're feeding your kid with animal products, I don't know if you know that animal protein in itself causes cancer. I don't want you to believe me, but I'd like you to do your research because we're talking about a kid now.
Exactly.
And so feeding your kid with animal products is child abuse. Do you agree with me? Maybe you don't know this yet, but if you knew that giving your kid animal products is actually causing your kids to causes cancer and diabetes too, and many other illnesses, would you still feed your kid with animal products? Would you give your kid cigarettes? Because one egg is equivalent to 4 or 5 cigarettes. And if you want to do your research, I have more QRs if you want. Here.
I'm gonna start with this one.
All right.
But thank you very much.
All right.
Have a nice day.
But you didn't answer the question. Why are you going to, slice the throats of innocent, defenseless animals again? Why? Especially after talking to me. When you know it is not necessary, it is bad for the environment, it is bad for your health, and it's bad for the health of your kid.
I'm buying halal meat only for 5 years ago.
But halal is horrific. I'm showing halal here. It's absolutely horrific. Are you Muslim?
No, but I love to think that when they kill the animal, they.
But that's wrong. Would you like to find out about it? Would you like to come in a slaughterhouse and see by yourself how they do it? Because I can do that if you want. It's exactly this. They suffer immensely. Why trying to do the wrong thing in the right way? Why? There's no such thing. There's no such thing as humane
Because
theft.
we are addicted to that.
Well, is that a justification to abuse animals?
Well, it's not a justification, it's true, but it's the reality.
Well, the reality-
You have to understand that the reality is complex.
No, the
And
reality.
we have to deprogram ourselves, and that goes slowly. We can do it one day to another, but we need time. Really, we need time to
All right.
process all the information.
All right. If we were talking about any other injustice, if we were talking about racism or my neighbor abusing his dog, And I talked to my neighbor and I said, look, this is wrong. And he says, yeah, you're right, but I need my time. Come on, don't be a pain in the ass. I need time. I've been abusing my dog every night. I'm overstressed, so it helps me to distress myself. And I'm going to do it slowly. I'm going to, slowly, I'm going to abuse him less. Would that make any sense? Because I'm addicted. I'm addicted to abuse my dog, I've been doing it all my life. Would that make any sense?
You can say to a person, don't be like you are. You can do that to a person. You can do to a person.
I cannot force you.
Don't do that. Don't be
Exactly,
like that.
exactly. It's
That's
absolutely impossible.
irrespectful.
Exactly. It's absolutely impossible to force you right now to stop abusing animals. It's absolutely impossible. If I could do it, I promise you I would do it, but I cannot do it. The only thing I can do is to try to reason with you, and hopefully you'll be honest enough to to tell me that obviously this is wrong, and there's no excuse whatsoever to abuse animals. But you're going to do it anyway, because you say, well, I've always done it, halal, whatever. Lions, though, cavemen. If you want, I can give you the whole list of all the stupid arguments, a list of 150 arguments that are absolutely ridiculous. So why choosing to be cruel? That's the question.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna go with that question.
All right.